I'm Jessica Gates with Vikings Sports Corner. With the March Madness festivities and Kentucky sitting on top, Melissa Bublitz reviews the event.
As the number 1 seed, University of Kentucky came out on top as the 2012 NCAA National Basketball Champions. After a long road through the bracket, starting with beating Western Kentucky University 81-66, followed by beating Iowa State in the third round 87-71. In the Sweet 16, Indiana University was crushed 102-90, making Kentucky the only team to score above 100 in the entire tournament. Kentucky then came out as the regional champions after defeating Baylor 82-70. During the Final Four, Kentucky defeated the Louisville Cardinals 69-61, taking them into the championships to face the number 2 seed Kansas Jayhawks. The Kentucky Wildcats won 67-59, bringing them their 8th national title, with leading scorer Darren Lamb, who scored 22 points.
With the weather getting more beautiful and summer approaching, the MVC golf team is in the running to be the best. Jake Coleman has more.
Thanks, Jessica. I'm here with John Cozart, Missouri Valley Junior and golf team member, to talk with him. How are you doing today, John?
I'm doing fantastic, Jake. How about yourself?
Pretty good.
Excellent.
So the first question I have to ask you is, how has life been as an athlete at Missouri Valley College?
Life has been great here the last couple of years as an athlete at Missouri Valley College. The fact that I'm both an athlete and a student really makes me feel part of the college community. And Coach Anderson is a mentor to everybody on the golf team, just both personally and in terms of our athletic endeavors.
So, on top of that, what made you choose golf?
Well, it's something that I started out when I was about 7 or 8, and my dad got me into it, and I grew up watching, guys like Tiger Woods and Ernie Els, and they were very inspirational to me. And I always liked being out on the course and, being out in nature, and it's, a skill that you can hone. It takes a lot of effort and work, and it's just something that I've always had a passion for.
Completely. So, if any of these up-and-coming kids want to be a college golfer or pro golfer, what's some advice that you would tell them?
Well, I think some people think that it's all about having raw talent, and obviously that's helpful, but sort of the key component is just having the desire and the work ethic. I think that there's a lot of people that have the ability that don't pursue it. So I would just say if they're going to go from the high school level to the college level, they just need to be prepared to work a lot harder and to realize that the expectations of them are going to be a lot higher.
Okay, so how was the team this year? How does the team look this year?
I'm really encouraged about our team this year. We have a lot of guys returning from last year, like Brody McGregor and Josh Bloody from Canada, and Americans like Cody Huguenin and our senior Jordan Dixon. And we're playing a really tough schedule this spring. All the teams in the conference are very close to each other. Us and Evangel and Central Methodist and Graceland all have quality teams. And I think it's one of those situations where our conference tournament's going to come down, to the last shot. And it's whoever really is going to work at it hardest over this next month is going to win the conference tournament.
And I wish you all good luck. So tell me, after golf is over and athletics are done, what do you plan on doing with your life?
Right now I'm majoring in education, but I'm thinking about going to graduate school at either Truman State or Mizzou. I haven't really decided on a major, but I'm thinking maybe classics at Mizzou.
And that sounds very good. I wish the best to you, John.
Thank you, Jake. Thanks for having me.
Back to you, Jessica.
Football is starting to prepare for next season and is on the field again. Alice's student has more on the Viking spring season.
Football is in the air again, and I caught up with football's defensive line coach, Barry Rave, and asked him what he feels the team's strengths and weaknesses are going into next season.
I think some of the strengths of our team right now is obviously our overall team speed. I think it's better than what it has been in the past. It's real similar to the stuff, type of kids that we had in the 07, the last time we went to the semifinals. I think that speed's real good right now. The competitive battles, I think, is another bonus right now. Our kids seem to be really going out there and competing, especially between position groups. Those guys are really getting after each other in practice, which is obviously going to build and make us better throughout the fall. Weaknesses right now is just kind of the unknown. Who's going to be the starter and figuring out who's going to be our long snapper, who's going to be the punter, who's going to be our right tackle is obviously something that we've got to go through right now. I consider it a weakness. Obviously, we hope that turns into a positive later on.
I also asked Coach Rave if it is a big factor for next season that key all-conference players are graduating and what the team's goals are for next year.
Getting on to who we've lost in this past season with the seniors and stuff like that. Usually the way we've done it in the past, and it's always been a worry, who's going to step up for, let's say a Richard Wick who left or who graduated this season. From what's been going on here in the past, we've always been a little bit concerned about it, but it's always been kind of the next guy in line has taken over, and we've done really well with that. Right now, as an overall team goal, we're trying to get to another conference championship and move on from there, but that's going to take a lot of hard work and stuff like that from here on out. So that's kind of what we're doing in spring ball right now, is just working hard, trying to figure out those position battles, and then just have a good base going into fall camp for next summer.
The Vikings end their spring season with their annual spring game on April 28th at 2 p.m.
Now here are some Movile sports highlights of the past couple weeks.
March 27th, the men's volleyball team took on Grandview University for the last game of the season. With three seniors, Stephen Valdez, Cesar Dundar, and Victor Grant, they went out with a boom, winning the match in 4 sets, which gave their team the 21st win of the season and the second-place seed in conference. Missouri Valley Softball took on Avila University for their home opener March 28th, winning both games 7-0 and then 5-3. The women are currently sitting 7th with a 2-4 conference record.
Balancing school and playing a sport can be tough for some students. However, at Missouri Valley College, several students are able to be star athletes and honor students. Drew Muller is an all-star athlete as well as an honor student.
I am Melinda, and I was able to catch up with Drew Muller as he discusses how hard it was to be an academic athlete and what a great honor it was to receive.
That's kind of hard. You have to go to practice, and then you have class, or it's opposite. You have class, and then you have practice. And then for track and field, we have practice at 3:30, and then we have practice again at 6:30. So in between that time, you got to practice, and then you got to study. So yeah, it's kind of hard. I thought it was a huge honor because my coach personally selected me to be for our track and field team and cross country team. So I felt hugely honored to be able to get this award, and it means I'm working hard.
I am Melinda with Vikings Sports Corner.
Students are required to have a 3.5 overall GPA on a 4.0 scale, nominated by their head coach, and must have achieved junior academic status in the classroom. Students come to Missouri Valley to get a degree and also continue their career in the sport they love. As each student becomes a senior, they come to terms with playing in their last game for Missouri Valley College.
Yeah, it's been great playing here for 4 years, I've enjoyed it. I've played with some fantastic players. We've won some tournaments.
I've been playing tennis for 11 years. I would not say that I'm sad that I'm not going to play competitively anymore because I can't see into the future. So hopefully in the future I will be playing tennis competitively.
Now that I'm done, it's like I have so much free time. I never knew I had. I'm sad it's over, but I still hang out with my girls, and once I leave here I know it's time for me to start my life, and I'm excited about that.
We at the Viking Sports Corner wish all seniors the best of luck. I'm Jessica Gates, and thanks for watching Viking Sports Corner.